Hey, I'm the NetherRealm Nobody. Welcome to my channel. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am the NetherRealm Nobody, and you're probably asking yourself, who is the NetherRealm Nobody? Well, I am a ninja of unknown clan origin who has found himself in the NetherRealm. And but I'm not really a ninja you have to like worry about too much. Like I'm not dangerous like Sub-Zero or Scorpion. No, 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 no. Because I'm a very lazy ninja. I'm a slacker ninja. Like while the other ninjas were out like practicing in a dojo, I was at home watching TV, playing video games. And if you think that character is cheesy, you should, see the ones or hear the ones that I didn't go with. So anyway, so now we got the who out of the way. You probably got some whats or whys you're trying to figure out, what's going on with this channel. Why are you, doing this channel? Well, here's the thing. If you can't already tell, I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. And I mean, I love, the games, the movies, the story, everything about it. I love Mortal Kombat. And I just wanted to express, I guess, my my love, my passion for this franchise. And I wanted to, a YouTube channel dedicated to just, my love of the games. And so I was trying to figure out, what can I do? What's one thing I can do that's maybe a little bit different than what's already out there? Because don't get me wrong, I love what's out there, and I'll probably even do, I'll do deep dives and reviews and, ranking videos and whatnot. But I was like, I want to do something a little bit different. And I came up with it. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right now. We're about to get very convoluted and esoteric. All right? I was even debating if I should even do a video explaining any of this. But then I was like, man, someone's going to watch that first video and be like, what the hell is this? And then they're going to be left in the dark. And then, I don't know. I didn't want to lose you guys too early. So I was like, you know what? I'll make an explanation video, and hopefully that will help. So let's travel back now. When I was a kid, and I first fell in love with this game. It was the first Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. Yes, I know. Boo. Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat. No blood. Honestly, I didn't know any difference. That's my first taste of the game. I didn't know there was blood out there, so I was okay with it. I guess I'm also kind of dating, my age a little bit too, with that. But either way, so I remember getting that first game, and the whole, and I'll go into my, my obsession, how came to be when we get to this, But the one thing that always kind of bugged me about the first Mortal Kombat game, even at an early age, which kind of shows you my mental state right there, even at that age, the whole game is based on a tournament. Like the whole plot revolves around the Mortal Kombat tournament. The gameplay that you're playing, you're in the tournament. You're working your way up to Shang Tsung. And I remember even as a kid, like I knew there was limitations to, the hardware, what you, I mean, I grew up around those games. So, I knew there were certain things you just couldn't do with a video game. Even if I didn't know what storage space was, I kind of had an idea, And anyways, when you play the game, you're not really even playing a tournament mode. You're essentially just playing a gauntlet match. You pick your character, and then you're running up against all the other characters, just one after another. Now, I know with older games, you're supposed to use your imagination and fill in the gaps. And you could be saying, NetherRealm Nobody, what are you worried about? There is a tournament. You're just not seeing the other participants in that tournament. You're just seeing, your path through the tournament. But that doesn't sit well with me because, okay, we're going off the beaten path a little bit here. But, all right, so we're Liu Kang because in canon, he wins the first Mortal Kombat. So you're Liu Kang, right? And first round, let's say you fight Johnny Cage. All right, you beat him. And then you move on to Kano. Now, we're supposed to, just expect, like, okay, Kano beat some jabroni, just some nobody in the first round to advance to the second round to face Liu Kang. All right, Liu Kang beats Kano. Goes on to the third round to face Sonya Blade. Now, you're telling me that she beat two nobodies to get to that spot. Fine. But now you're telling me that the second nobody she beat outranks Johnny Cage. That does not set well with me. That's ridiculous. And the further you go down the line, it's just going to make it worse. So by the time you get like round 6 and you're facing Scorpion, he beat 5 J-Bros who are better than half the roster. It's unacceptable. And then the tournament's just weird anyways, because then, like, you beat all 6 of these guys. You had the mirror match. I'm okay with the mirror match. If you remember the booklet, it explains exactly why you have a mirror match. I think it was brilliant to the storyline, so it works. But then you go through a series of endurance matches, 3 of them, where you're fighting the people you already beat in the tournament. Like it's some kind of fucking second chance loser bracket. Like, what the hell's that about? And why do I not get that option? Like, why if I don't, like, lose in the 3rd round, Shang Tsung comes to me and is like, hey, Liu Kang, you want to come back to the tournament? No, you'll team up with another loser and you'll fight the winner. It'll be great. I don't know. I don't like that part of it. But I get it. It's a video game. They're trying to make it challenging, and, logic goes out the window sometimes. Fine. But again, I'm a little different, and so this has been stewing with me all these years. Now, I'm not saying like it's become an obsession or anything, says the guy who's making a YouTube channel based on this, but, from time to time, I'd always come back to that. The big joke in the movie Mortal Kombat is, what does that bracket look like? Because, you get a couple matches here and there, and then like out of nowhere, it's just like 30 guys getting their ass kicked by Goro. And it's like, well, who fought who to get, what the hell's going on here? And I always thought the same thing about the first Mortal Kombat game. Like, what does that bracket look like? And so I decided to kind of challenge myself. I was like, all right, using the players that we got available in the game. So 7 playable characters, 2 boss characters, and a potential secret character. What does this bracket look like? That's something they don't really focus a whole lot in the story mode. Now, maybe a little later on they may, but it seems like early on, you don't really know who fought who exactly in these tournaments. And so, my plan was, let me go ahead and start, like a 7-person tournament, which we're going to have a bye early on, obviously, and have it, work it out. And include the mirror matches, the endurance matches, have the, test your might sprinkled throughout. If we have a special match or secret match, toward the end, fine. And then, of course, Goro and Shang Tsung at the very end, your 2 final bosses. And then, when I got the idea to do that, and I just want to use the footage from the video game, right? Like, I'm not going to add anything really extra. Except for maybe, glimpses of the bracket. But everything else will just be straight from the game. And then I was like, well, okay, but the real challenge would be to do this tournament realistically. Include, the mirror matches, the endurance matches, all that stuff. But actually have it play out in canon. Have the feuds actually, have them meet up. Have the Sonya Blade Kano meet. Have, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, all that stuff. And have Liu Kang come out the victor at the end. Could I do that? And so I decided to do just that. And I'm going to call this the Complete Combat Series. Where I'm going to tackle every game from the major storylines of Mortal Kombat. So I won't be doing like ports or upgrades. So like, I won't be doing like Game Boy, ports or, the Sega Game Gear. I won't be doing, none of that. No, just the main, games, console games. Controversially, I won't be doing upgrades. So like, I won't do like Mortal Kombat Gold. I'll do Mortal Kombat 4 because that's basically Gold. Just Gold's an upgraded thing with a slightly different roster. I won't be doing like the tournament edition. I'll just do Deadly Alliance. However, the controversy will come that when I get to Mortal Kombat 3, I will just do Mortal Kombat 3 with its lackluster roster. Or I guess for a time. I don't know. I personally like the regular roster, but I get why people were upset. But I'm not George Lucas. We're not doing a special edition of this shit. Guess what? We're getting the game, Mortal Kombat 3. Not Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. However, to add more controversy to all this, I'll probably use some footage from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 only because it'd probably be hard to find footage for Mortal Kombat. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. I haven't got that far. Anyway, so back to, I'll be doing all the major games in the franchise, including the spinoffs. I'll do Mythology, Sub-Zero, woof, the Special Forces. And then, of course, Shaolin Monk. So I'll do a complete combat video for every one of these. And so basically what it'll be is when you watch the very first, the complete Mortal Kombat, it'll be the first game. And it'll be like you're watching it all play out. Like it would, but with a realistic tournament bracket built in. So that's the idea behind it. So that's where I'm going with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Or sorry, the Complete Combat series. Now, I decided to also do a companion series to go along with the Complete Combat series. So, what I decided to do is with each video I drop, I'll put like a supplemental video behind it called the MK10, where I will rank the top 10 Mortal Kombat fighters from that game. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not ranking my favorite, or I'm not taking a crowd poll. Who do you think? It's not popularity. It's not not like that. I'm basing it on the video I just dropped, the complete series, and I'm gonna hit it more from like a sports analyst kind of perspective. Like, imagine like if you're a reporter for ESPN and you get sent to cover Mortal Kombat. I'll be hitting it like that. Wow, this guy went out in round 1. Didn't know. Who would imagine that? Or, this guy really surprised me. He made it to, the third round. I'm going to hit it like that and rank the videos like that. So there you go. And that's the basic concept behind the games. And I was just like, all right, perfect. And then, of course, I'll probably do, like, I'll do a video where I do, like, my thoughts and, I guess, like, my review of the game. And a deep dive. Like, I'll scrub every inch of this. I'll, hit all the characters, all the levels, the storyline, all that stuff. I'll put it all into one mega video after that. So that's kind of, the video game blocks right there. But then I was like, okay, when I was coming up with the idea of, this channel, and I was, watching other people's videos and everything, the one thing I really want to do is talk about the movies. Really all of it, the movies and the TV shows. Because to date, right now, we have 3 theatrical films, live action. We have a 4th one that's coming at the end of the summer. Hopefully I get this video out before then. And then we got 4 straight-to-video animated movies, the Mortal Kombat Legends series, with a 5th one coming out this year. We have a live-action TV show, a Saturday morning cartoon, a web series. We also have a straight-to-video animated short prequel. We'll get into that. And a short internet movie as well. So there is so much media to cover, and I think the one thing I will bring a little bit differently to these, because all the and I love a lot of the reviews I watch, but they're clearly going for haha, funny, whatever. I'm not a funny guy. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm clearly, this is my get-up. I'm a goddamn clown, but not a funny clown. I'm giving sincere reviews on these, but I think the thing is I am more positive about this franchise and these films. I'll be the first to admit, and spoiler alert for this one when the episode comes up, but like, I'll admit Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a bad film. Yes. Are there a lot of flaws and regrets that come with that movie? Absolutely. Do I wish they would have went a different direction or put more care into it or whatever? Absolutely. But I'm always entertained when I watch it. I can pop it on right now, sit down, watch it, and love it. Don't get me wrong, there's moments I'm just like, that could have been better. But overall, I'm a fan. And I feel the same way about most of them. The only thing I haven't really covered a lot on, I'll be going into this fresh, is the live action show. I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of that, and I never went back to it. But I've seen, the animated series, I've seen half of the web series. I don't think I've seen season 2 yet. So yeah, I've only seen half of that. But everything else I have seen. And so, I hear everybody talking, and I'm like, man, like, they're making a point about this, but they should really know this. And I'm just like, And so that's when I decided when I was going to do the complete combat and, the video game related stuff. I'm like, you know what? It's a Mortal Kombat channel. I'm doing the movies as well. So there you have it. I will be doing in-depth reviews on every single piece of Mortal Kombat media, on the screen right there as well. And then, just seeing how the channel goes and what kind of traction we can pick up. I may do other videos like ranking videos or just little side videos like, why I fell in love with this franchise and, or, even to a certain point, like, what would I do to make the franchise better? Like, as much positivity as I try to throw on this thing, there are certainly things that could change with this franchise, and and especially the games. I'll let you know a little secret right now, which is just going to blow everybody's mind. I'm not much of a gamer, and I really don't like a lot of the games like beyond Part 3. Not because they're bad games, I'm just not a fighting game fan. I know, but you love Mortal Kombat. I love the storyline. It's one of the best. We'll get into that later. But anyways, there you go. So that's the channel. I really hope you guys stick around for this thing. This isn't. I'm not trying. You didn't see any ads on here. I'm not monetizing this. This ain't a job for me. This is just a hobby, a passion project. And so I'm not trying to get money off you. There's no sponsors, nothing like that. I just want to share my vision and my love with the Mortal Kombat community. And so I can really use you guys' help on this. If you like what you're watching, I'll go through my kind of obligatory YouTube spiel here at the end, the outro, if you will. But if you like what you're watching, please, the best way to help out here, give us a big like. I don't get the algorithm. I'm a boomer. I don't know what algorithm even means. Is that a word? I don't even know. I hear people talk about it. I know the thumbs up helps with it. Help me out. Give me that thumbs up. Another big thing is just subscribing. That helps out. Again, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I plan on going all in on this. I'm gonna see this to the end. So with however many video games there are and however many movies, boom, I'm gonna hit all of them, and then the side videos as well. So a lot of content coming your way. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that subscribe. Give me the share. Again, if you like it and you know other people who may like this, share this shit. I really want this to get out there to the masses. So please help me out there. And of course, with it being such a tiny channel, you best believe if you comment, I'm going to comment back. Comment that shit down below. And of course, the final thing you can do to help this guy out, the fifth in my moves of doom, hit the bell. Or the gong. I don't care. Call it gong in this situation. We hit the gong. Dong. Hit the bell so you're notified when my new videos come out. Again, it would really help us out here. So, guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on like a madman for however long this video went. I appreciate it. I am the NetherRealm Nobody. And till next time.